In this video, I will talk about how to customize RStudio window. First, I will talk about how to change pane layout, and then I will show you how to change the font size. This is how the RStudio may look like by default, where we have the code right here and console right here. So the left-hand side is split in half. Half the screen, or the top part, is the code, and the bottom half is the output. And then on the right-hand side, we have the environment where it shows the list of the objects that we have, and the on the bottom side, we have the various tabs. But right now, I have the file stubs, which lists the list of the files that I have in the project folder. So the idea, my preference is that I do use a lot of the this code window, which is actually called the source window, as well as the this console, where that the many of the outputs are shown. So I like to see most of the time I like to see those two windows side by side. So that's the my preference, and I know that it is strictly based on the preference. So some people may be just fine with the this default layout, but I prefer to have those two windows more space. So my objective here is that move this source window to the right-hand side and maximize, and also the maximize the console window. So that is the objective in here. So in order to do that, go to this icon here, and then go to the pane layout, and then move source on the right-hand side, and move console to the top. So that's the what I like to do first. So simply go to the pull-down menu and choose source, and it's switching around, and then go to right here and choose console, right? And then what I like to do is that I like to maximize this source window on the right-hand side. So I will move the history window to the right-hand side, and then move everything else other than history to the left. So in this case, this environment check mark, move to the left. So basically, I have only the history on the bottom right window, and then click on apply, and then click on OK. And then now what we have is a source window here. This is a code, and then history. So most of the cases, we don't need to see the history window. So I will just minimize by clicking this button. And then now I have the full height of the source window. And on the left-hand side, now I have the console window here. And then now I have an environment window to show the object. In many cases, I prefer to see something like this. Okay, and whenever I need to see the list of the objects or the plot output, I just click back to make it this window available, and then go wherever I need to go, like this. So this is the how I prefer. But again, this is strictly preference. And then, in order to choose the font size, this is kind of small, and I believe that this is a default font size of 10. In order to do that, go back to the pane layout, go to the appearance, and then change the font size. So I usually work with a bigger font, 14. So I change to 14 and click apply. This is it. And then this is actually how I prefer to see the RStudio, and much easier to work for me.